Dr. Nicola coming to you live here, and I wanted to touch in about this idea of self-care. It's coming up a ton right now for me and people in my world, my friends, my patients. And I just want to say that we have, especially as women, but I believe men too, honestly, that we have been taught and conditioned from an incredibly young age, and in fact, at this point now, generationally, that taking care of yourself is selfish or wrong, that your body is wrong, that you're taking care of touching your body is something that's not to be done. And it's not true. And you probably know this already, but I feel really compelled to say it again because it is really destroying so many of us and really impacting our ability to fully express ourselves as we are because we are so used to hearing that we're wrong or that that behavior is wrong or that we should be different than we are, when in reality, you should be exactly who you are. And the only thing that's required is more of you. And so if you can kind of feel into those places where it brings stuff up for you, because this is what happens, at least for me, is when I feel like kind of, oh yeah, I'll feel into that, or I'll take care of me, and then it's like, but you should be doing this, and you've got all this stuff to do, and you haven't taken care of that, and well, didn't you just take care of yourself yesterday? And I hear that too, just from people who love me very much in a non-judgmental way. It's so subconscious of like, wow, well, didn't you do something with your girlfriends yesterday? And it's like, I can't do that something with my girlfriends again today. So it's this interesting paradigm that we live in. And really what we are all yearning for is the permission to be our full embodied amazing selves. And we're looking for that permission in our society, from our partners, from our families. And really the solution is to offer yourself that permission and to be with the emotions fully of what that brings up. Let yourself have it. Let yourself be, use myself an example, kind of like snippy and irritated and a rolling of my eyes with my partner this morning because he was having a moment. And then I kind of got down on myself for that. I'm like, well, you should have been the bigger person, or, can I hold space for this in a different way? And it's like, wait a minute, no, I get to have whatever's coming up for me. I get to feel whatever it is that's being brought up in me. And when I do that and I put my hand on my heart and take a few deep breaths and say, oh, wow, that's really hurting. Or, wow, you really want it to be different. Or, gosh, it's hard to be living with someone who's grumpy in this moment. It's so important to just, as soon as you slow down, to do that, to take those few deep breaths, to acknowledge your whole experience, then all of a sudden you have the ability to transmute it and you are instantly resourced with more than you had before. So that is the invitation for you for today, is how can you make a commitment to yourself to show up no matter what and let yourself have you, all of you, fully, in order to create more self-expression. And when there's more room for you in your own world, then there's more room for everybody, I promise you. So hopefully this is helpful. I'd love to hear your comments around where you find resistance or what the hiccups are to actually implementing being more fully embodied and expressive of your true self. And so just play with this idea of where maybe you get a little resistance to showing up in more of you. My name is Dr. Nicola Dellinger. Thanks so much for joining me. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.